Yes, welcome elite entrepreneurs and empire builders. I am Jared, your host and CEO and founder of Fran Opps. And I'm back live here with you now and with another great episode of Fran Opps Live. This one is going to be awesome. Before we dive in, I have a couple housekeeping notes for you all. A couple real quick things. One thing, Facebook is changing. I didn't know if you guys know this, but Facebook changes how they do things from time to time. I think they have the flexibility and it's their decision to make, right? And one of those things is how they orchestrate these lives and these videos inside of a Facebook group. So what they've started doing is they've started taking down videos after a certain amount of time. So these live videos, they will stay up for a handful of weeks, and then they get taken down automatically. Okay. So what that means for you though is the bad news is you're not going to find all of the videos we've done historically, all the shows, all the brands, all the franchises we've had on here. You won't find all of them right here under guides anymore, as we've always located them. Instead, you will be able to find them moving forward, all of them on our YouTube channel. At the end of this video, we're going to drop a link to that as well, so you know exactly where to go for this and so many more great opportunities. So you can do a deep dive into each brand, each opportunity, see what might be a good fit for you, see what kind of piques your interest, and then you can go, hey, tell me more about that one. And so this one's going to be the same, right? We'll be able to put this alongside a lot of some other ones as well, and hopefully connect so many of you as you're trying to find that next great franchise opportunity. This one could very well be it for you. The other thing that we're going to do is I want to speak. This is the first time I'm mentioning this. I'm real excited about this one. This summer, we're going to change up a little bit how we do these lives. What we're going to start doing is this summer through June, July, and August, we're actually going to have on brands that make up some of the top 100 franchises worldwide. Now, there's, according to the IFA, 8,000 opportunities worldwide. How are you going to find them? How do you know which ones are good ones for you, right? That's what we do at Fran Opps. We get to help you find your franchise fit. And we work with so many of the top that come across on the Entrepreneur Top 500 list. But even in the top 500, there's still so many options. So what we're going to do is this summer, we're going to unpack and dive in and speak to some of those that find themselves on the top 100 this past year. And that's so exciting. And so that'll be coming this summer. Some more will be coming out about that more as we keep moving closer to it. But for today, man, I am so genuinely pumped about who we're talking to today, the brand we're bringing on, for a couple of reasons. Today, we're bringing on the number one provider of STEM-based educational programs for youth, for students. They have over 60 different summer camp themes and after-school programs, including things like astronomy, meteorology, robotics, drones, 3D printing, and so many more. We're going to dive into some of that here today. This brand has accomplished this also through the National Science Standard. So this is like specialized, unique lesson plans and hands-on experiments for students. And this is in a space. And we talk about some of these spaces that make a lot of money. They are in a space that spends over $500 billion year after year on specialized products and services for youth, for kids. I don't know if you guys know this. Parents spend money on giving their kids the world. They want their kids to have a leg up. They want their kids to succeed. And so they will spend money in that way. And it's like, and think about this. So now we're talking about a brand is in a space that all this money is coming in because this is a brand that for you, if you're looking for something that is rewarding, it's going to be rewarding both financially and personally. This is not just something that you'll be able to make a lot of money on. This is something you'll be able to make a lot of money on while making a massive difference in so many kids and families' lives, not just for the immediacy, but for their future. And this is a potentially not just this is a life-changing thing for so many kids. This is going to be a community-shaping thing. This could be a world-shaping business for the right franchisee, for the right owner. So you'll be joining a family with 20 other franchisees across 15 different states. So you're coming across a brand and it's been around too. I'm excited to share more of their story and who they are with you today, because today we are honored to have the special guest founder, Bob Hagan, on. He and his wife have over 30 plus years of experience in teaching and in education. They both hold master's degrees in education as well. And they have developed this brand, this concept for over 24 years. And it has taken different shapes, and it is at a place where they can proudly say they have a proven concept and system that they're going to give you the playbook on how to be successful in helping educate and prepare kids for the future in so many different sciences and different fields that just are going to make a massive impact on this world. So I'm excited to get started. So let's dive in. Without further ado, this is Club SciKidz.
My son has absolutely loved it. My daughters who have started this year just love it too. All the different programs, they just really, really enjoy it.
Owners Sue and Bob Hagan have provided STEM-based programs for thousands of children, which include experiments and projects in astronomy, biology, chemistry, robotics, video gaming, veterinary and emergency medicine, crime scene investigation, culinary science, oceanography, and special effects. In recent years, Club SciKidz has placed an additional emphasis on technology, offering camp experiences in quadcopter aerial robotics, 3D printing, coding, rocketry, Raspberry Pi electronics, and waterbotics.
What's really great about our Minecraft camp is that it really teaches kids the thought process behind their favorite game. So they're not only just coming to play the game, we're teaching them the science behind it, and then they're taking those skills, and after this camp, they should be able to apply it to the outside.
Bob, welcome, my friend. Welcome to the greatest group in the Facebook world. Excited to have you here and to talk about Club SciKidz with us today.
Well, it's great to be here. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, Bob, truly the pleasure and the honor is all ours. Let's dive right in. Tell us a little bit about yourself and kind of the story of the formation of Club SciKidz, how this brilliant concept came to be.
Well, my first year teaching, which went back to 1997, I was a teacher, and of course, since it was my first year, didn't make a lot of money, so I wanted to work during the summer.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of working for somebody, I decided that I was going to have a science camp. And again, instead of a generic science camp, I came up with the science of Hollywood special effects.
Okay.
So I actually had to learn how to do special effects makeup, and we had computer programs, very, very simple computer programs, and the kids made movies with. They ran around our school with VHS cameras, and we had cardboard buildings, and that we burnt down in the parking lot with Godzilla models.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing.
So we had a lot of fun, and over the years, we added additional camps in all the different age ranges, and so now we have a catalog of probably 70 plus different camps, and we do all the school programs, in-school field trips, after-school programs. We started franchising in 2007, and so here we are, and we are in a big growth pattern right now, so we're excited about that.
Yeah, you were telling me a little bit about that before we hopped on here too. So we can dive into some of that too. Tell us a little bit about like some of the programs and some of the 70 different programs. Okay, it's speaking to, like, what are some of the most popular ones, and then what are some of the more maybe unique ones?
Well, I think that we really have probably the best catalog of camps, summer camps in the country, because we not only emphasize the technology camps, which are very popular among our competitors, robotics, coding, programming, that kind of thing, but we're very strong in also the science offerings. So we have camps that are very popular, like veterinary medicine. We have all of the science disciplines: chemistry, biology, space, And I think one other thing that sets us apart is we take popular cultural themes and we turn them into STEM camps. So we've taken the themes like Pokemon,
Oh, really?
American Girl, and also like drones, and we now
Yeah.
have camps that correspond to those different themes.
Yeah.
So in doing so, we appeal to not only boys in the technology area, but
Sure.
also girls, which is one of our goals, is try to attract as many females to the STEM careers as we can.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, why is that? Is that because it's been largely a male dominated field, or what's that
Well,
about?
it has. For example, only 14% of the engineers that are in the country are female.
Hmm.
So what happens is by the time girls get to middle school, they become intimidated by pursuing careers or going in the direction of STEM careers. So we try to demonstrate to them that the areas of engineering and math, and that those are not as difficult as they might think, and for boys too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so that they start to think, well, maybe I can do this, and maybe I can go. And it's really one of our missions is to get more females, into to think about STEM careers.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. I saw the recently I saw in your intro video too there that it talked about you did a Minecraft thing as well as probably another theme, but that movie was just released and is in theaters now. So I envision that they're playing on popular cultural items. I envision that being a popular concept and things moving forward. So that's incredible. It's I love that you're finding ways to make this entertaining, because of how applicable this can be and educational this can be for kids. And so I love the creativity behind. Is that just like yours and your wife's ability to just kind of come up with these concepts? Are you guys the creative geniuses behind this, or like what does that look like for Club SciKidz?
Yeah, well, I'll just kind of be aware of what's popular. Like Minecraft is a good example.
Yeah.
What we try to do in our marketing is establish school partnerships with the local elementary schools.
Okay.
So one of our school partners, I was just invited. They had a night, sort of a STEM night with the parents, and they had a competition in Minecraft.
Okay.
So I was one of the judges. I was asked to be one of the judges, and it's really amazing how excited kids get about that. And they did talk about the movie a lot.
Yeah, I bet.
And so we really try to look. Now, what we're coming out next year with is an AI camp. It'll be our first AI camp. And it took me a while to figure out the best way to go about it. But now, we're able to, we have a format, a structure of what we think we're going to do for next year. And kids, they'll participate in something that they're really interested in, but not necessarily realize that they're learning a lot of science and math and technology.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's great. I love that. My goodness. So then would now be the right time for someone to invest into a Club SciKidz?
Well, obviously it's a business, but we also have a mission, and the mission is to prepare the next generation of engineers and scientists and doctors. And as we know, there's been a lot of, how can I say it? Science has been under siege, for a number of years here. And we feel that science really improves the quality of our life. A lot of different ways, whether it's medicine or your cell phone or whatever. So there is always an opportunity, especially with like artificial intelligence. We know that in 2020 with the pandemic that we need people to go into these fields, kids to go into these fields, because A, we don't know what's going to happen, and B, continue to improve the quality of our life. So for us, we're a small franchise company, but there are many territories throughout the United States where we can expand to. And so we feel like there's a lot of opportunity now, and we are growing. So that's and coming up with new programs. So that's exciting for us.
And is it fair to say that you really don't have like any overhead, because like this is you're selling an experience, right? You're not selling like a product necessarily, or am I wrong in understanding that?
No, we're not a brick and mortar. So in that sense, we don't have that overhead. So what we do is we go into private schools and churches, sometimes public schools, and we operate our program there. So the overhead really is just when, we actually are launching a program, and we have, of course, employees, and we have product that we bring in. But our camps, for example, have anywhere from 15 to 20 make and take projects per week. So, this has always been our model, and I think it helps us in our bottom line.
Yeah, for sure. What kind of owners are you guys looking for? Like, you're looking for people with a science or education background? Are you looking for people who understand some of these things? And who are you looking for?
Well, we have a wide range of franchisees. We have some former teachers. Actually, they started part-time with the business, which most people do. And then the business grew to a point where they could leave their job. So we have teachers. We have people that we have. Our Virginia franchisee is she's a PhD, and she worked for pharma. We have one in Kansas City who actually still works part-time. Still works full-time. And she is a lead scientist for a pharma. We have IT people, like our Silicon Valley franchisee still works for Google. And so there's quite a variety. The main qualification is just that you have a big interest in science and technology, and that you are a self-starter, and really are ambitious to, establish your own business.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. I like that. I feel like there's very few opportunities that we have worked with, or that I'm aware of, that you can still maintain your full-time career and continue to build that while doing this as well. And so that's cool to be able to have that on inside this group too. What does that process then look like for becoming a franchisee with Club SciKidz?
Well, we have, I guess, what would be called the normal path as far as an exposure to the different programs that we have. That leads to a couple of presentations. Then it leads to a discovery day with me. Okay. And we can do that virtually.
Just virtual? Okay.
Most of the time these days it's virtual, but if someone wants to come to Atlanta, where we are headquartered,
that's where you're based,
welcome to do that. And then there's the validation process. And of course they get the FDD early on, and then it's really a matter of them, and us deciding that it's a good match. And then we, go through the normal paperwork, and then training begins.
Yeah, great. I love that. What's the cost? What's the overall investment range about? What can they expect?
I would say that the cost, the all-in cost on the low end is about $75,000. Okay, up to about $125,000. The franchise fee is $45,000.
And what's that range? Why such a range of about 50,000 there? What's the difference?
It might entail just like an area development agreement that is attached to the original franchise agreement if they want to take on additional. Our territories are very large. They're at least 1 million people.
Yeah.
So
wow, that's huge.
If they want to start and actually have some kind of scheduled area development agreement, then they can add that on.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. What tell us about the support then or let's talk about that a little bit, especially if they're not coming with any kind of educational background. they're not coming with any kind of expertise in AI or any of these fields or anything like that.
Sure.
Tell me about the support that you guys provide for your franchisees.
Well, I think we have a very extensive franchise support system. So it really starts with our training.
Okay.
Like right now, we have 5 new franchisees that have come on board since December.
Mm-hmm.
So they go through a training session each week, and then also they can call us, and if they are working on something, above and beyond that training session, then of course they can call us. I think the other thing too that we really focus a lot on is the systems and the platforms that we have in place to support them. Okay, we have
tell me about that.
Yeah, we have an intranet called Jostle. So everything that they could possibly need in way of the lesson plans, marketing pieces, photos, videos, all that. Also, the links, we have training links. So we have the top registration, summer camp registration system in the country.
Mm-hmm.
We have a hiring platform where employees that are brought on, they are sent a link for a virtual interview. So you don't have to try to schedule Zoom meetings or meet them in person or whatever. We have background check platform. We have what we call the Club SciKidz Academy, which is provided by Safety Culture. So this is a platform that has all of our lessons and all the videos that go with the lessons. So employees can go through, they start off with a virtual training, and then it leads them to our in-person training before our programs begin. So
what is in-person training? What's that look like?
The in-person training for employees is 2.5 days.
Okay.
So, and then franchisees are asked to, we have our Atlanta training is in the first week in June. So the franchisees that are new, they will be coming to Atlanta for those 2.5 days. So they learn how they can train their employees.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. And about how many employees can a franchisee expect to at least start with?
I would say probably our biggest program is our summer program. So I would say about 10 to 12 to hire for the summer.
Mm-hmm.
In Atlanta here, since we have 9 locations for the camp, and we'll probably do about 3,500 campers this year.
Oh, wow.
So last summer I hired 125 people.
Wow. Okay. Amazing. Now you grow to that. You scale to that. We're probably not starting there.
Tell prospects don't get excited. Don't nervous about that.
Well, I mean, get excited. You get there. I mean, obviously the thing that's exciting to me is that you're already doing it. At least at some location, right? And so even though it might have taken a few years and a while to get there, at least you're already doing it. So you know how. That's the point of franchising, folks, is that it's proven, is that they can show you that this has already taken place. Okay. It's not just the potential of what they could become or their future vision of what those matter. Those are important, but the beauty of franchising is that it's a proven concept. They can show you this is happening here. And we can do the same thing. We can replicate it where you're at as well. That's the beauty of it.
Yeah. And of course, everybody gets a branded website, and everything that you possibly need, down to sample emails or presentation folders. But like you said, that's why you buy a franchise.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. So you guys bring it down to the nitty gritty. So, with and you said you have 20 franchisees currently in your system, right? Yeah. Are there any, and then some more coming, which is super exciting to see the growth you guys are experiencing even within this past year. It's incredible.
Right.
Of those franchisees, the current in your system, do you have any that you love you could share with us their story, or even that are achieving those stories of success that current entrepreneurs, they long for, right? When they're looking at franchises, they come to me and they're trying to find something because they have these goals they want to see. They have these future visions of what life could be as a business owner who's in control of their own schedule and generating income that could change them and their family's lives and all these things. Do you have any like success stories that you could share with us within your franchise network?
Sure. I think I probably would point out our Dallas franchisee,
Mhm.
and she actually started off. She actually it was a resale. It was our first franchise,
Uh-huh.
and the original franchise ran it for 10 years,
Okay.
and she had this. She was in the immediate Dallas area.
Mhm.
And so she had like 3 locations for the summer camp and some school programs. And she did really well because every year she had a big um, wait list.
Mhm.
So what happened was one of her employees, who was also a former teacher that she taught with in the middle school that she taught in, she started off as a counselor and worked her way up all the way to site director, okay,
Mhm.
and then area director. Well, she ended up buying the franchise, and they went from 3 locations to now this year 14 locations. Okay, so
Wow.
she's in all of Metro Dallas area, all the way
Wow.
to Plano and Frisco and all of those areas. So now
Wow.
they're doing revenue-wise, they're doing over $1 million a year.
Oh my
Okay,
goodness. Yeah.
and so she worked every single position, and she knows the business inside out. She has,
Yeah.
yeah. So it can start really small. Uh,
Yeah.
you can maintain your job, and then as the years go on, you could really build something. Because when prospects come to us, we ask them, "Why do you want to do this?" And they
Mhm.
say, "Well, we want to do it because we want to have something in addition to our job, and we
Mm.
want to have something for our family, something
Yeah.
for the future." And
Yeah.
so really our business, fits that mold.
Yeah. Man, I love that. And you said she went from 3 to 14 territories. And
Yeah, when
did
she
you say
sold
in a year?
the new 14 locations each, like this summer, she has 14 camp locations. Okay.
Wow. That's
So that's,
amazing. Yeah. What
thousands of
growth.
campers spread over those
Yeah.
14 locations.
How many kids do you think will be represented or accounted for within those 14 camps?
Probably about 3,000.
My goodness. Incredible. 3,000 students, 3,000 lives that could be
Right.
changed because this franchisee took a chance to say, I want to be a part of Club SciKidz. And yeah, man, awesome. I love that. That's so great. So, at the end of the day, though, even still, like some of our guests are wondering the same question, right? Like, okay, great. You have this one franchisee that is doing or did over $1 million. But like at the end of the day, what does that look like across the board for your franchisees? If they could pay for the life that they want to have just based on they love what they do, on passion, everyone would do that, right? But so the question then is what can you tell us more about your item 19 or kind of really what that looks like for you guys?
Sure. So we've grown quite a bit since the pandemic, 2020. We
Okay.
actually brought on a franchise development manager, and that helped out quite a bit.
Yeah.
So since that time, we probably have added the 15 out of the 20. Okay.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah.
So we have, like any franchisee, we have franchises that have been with us for a while that are in the upper tier, a middle tier, and a lower tier. Of course, the lower tier are the ones that just started in the last couple of years.
Yep.
All right. So they are working their way up. What I tell
Yeah.
people is that, look, like any small business, the more you put into it, the harder that you work, um, the better off you're going to end up being. Okay.
Yeah.
This is not a passive business.
Come on.
Okay?
Yeah.
It's not, put a vending machine up in a building and
Yeah.
go there once a week or whatever. This is
Mhm.
a very involved,
Yeah.
even on a part-time basis, very involved business where
Mhm.
you're working with school administrators, you're
Yeah.
dealing with parents and all of that. But what I tell prospects is that when I was a middle school teacher, I might have 125 kids that rotated through my classroom in the course of the year. Now I have thousands of kids, okay?
Mm.
Not
Mhm.
only Atlanta, but all across the country,
Yeah.
that what we've put together, they are exposed to. And that's
Mm.
what we're really excited about.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, it's so good. And that's the point. Friends, you know this too. We've been over this time and time again, is that it is with franchising, it's not designed to be an absentee concept. That's not what franchising is.
No.
The beauty of franchising, and when it works the best, is that you're buying into a proven concept and playbook that then you go and play. You go run the playbook, right? They provide the support, they can provide the training, but you are the one that has to actually do the work. And so they're going to get you set up for long-term success and mitigate a ton of the risk that comes with launching your own business on an island by yourself, right? This is a way that you can go into business for yourself, for your community, but you're not doing it by yourself. You're not alone. And so that's what Bob's saying here too, that it's they're looking for the right kind of people that get that understand that, because those make the best franchisees. The ones that are wanting to do this work, not and run the business, not just hope that the franchise takes care of everything for them.
Right. So another quick example is just we have a franchisee that's in Kansas City, and she is lead scientist for a pharma. That's her full-time job. She has 2 young girls, a husband, a whole family to take care of. But she really threw her back into it. She really gave everything to it. This is her 2nd year. Her sales are like up 75%. And she did everything we asked her to do. She joined 2 chambers of commerce. She's on the board of one of them. Okay. She's got school partnerships. She's got after-school programs. She's engaged in all of the revenue streams for the entire year, not just the summer camp. And it's paying off for her. And I think that she went from 2 camp locations. Now she's got 4 camp locations, school programs. So this is the kind of individual that we're looking for to be successful for herself. And then, of course, we need successful franchisees.
Yeah, exactly. I love that. You said, hey, here's how you're going to be successful. These are the steps you need to take, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It will lead to the right direction. You'll start seeing fruit from it. You just have to do that. Right. And so follow the playbook. I love it, man. Bob, my last question really is this then. Is why Club SciKidz over any of your competitors? You do have competitors in this space. You have other franchise concepts that are similar and provide other youth educational programs and systems. So why should an elite entrepreneur, an empire builder, consider your brand over some of those competitors?
Well, I would say that, first of all, I don't think our competitors can go toe-to-toe with us.
Come on. I love it. Yeah, let's go.
They really can't. I know that sounds arrogant, but honestly, just take a look.
You're proud of what your team has built, right?
And the other thing too is that we have a culture in our company that we are a family. We really became a family during the years during and after the pandemic. So and so we work together. We help each other out if somebody needs a kit, okay, because we have a company that packs kits for us for these camps. And so there's an exchange that goes back and forth. I believe, as far as I can tell, that we have the best systems to help make the job as easy as possible for the franchisee. And then you have just my wife and I, who, since we are small, you have us that you can just call or text at any time. And
direct access.
We are right there for you.
Yeah. I love that. Having direct access to the founders, to the CEO is rare and is exciting. And so what's really one of my favorite things about this concept is that it's not brand new. It has been around for 25 plus years. And so there's a couple decades of development, and you've gone through the trials, the testing phases of seeing what works and what hasn't worked. I'm sure you can share story after story of failure and failure to finding the things that really do work. and the things that are changing lives and doing what you wanted it to do, and then to develop where you're at with the growth you're seeing. This is also you're not the first franchisee stepping into this, considering this. You're not even one of the first 10. Right? They already have 20, and they're going to continue to grow rapidly. And so if you are at a place where you like the idea of an emerging brand that is not brand spanking new and has proven systems and capabilities in place to help you get to where you want to be as a business owner, and you love the idea of changing students' lives and therefore changing futures, this I believe could very well be the right one for you. And so all you need to do today, if that is the case and you're interested in learning more, is just right now in the comments, type join the club. Type join the club right in the comments, either now or even if you're watching this later on YouTube or something. You can literally type join the club in the comments, and we will reach out and get a conversation going on, hey, here's how we can find out if you are the right fit for this and if this is the right fit for you, because that's what matters to us at Fran Opps, is helping you determine franchise fit. We believe that is one of the biggest elements to long-term success, is it's got to be the right fit for both parties. So this is where the conversation starts, though. Type join the club in the comments. While they're doing that, Bob, again, I can't thank you enough for your time, your investment, sharing all this. I have not spent the time getting into Club SciKidz like I've wanted to, so this has truly been a joy for me to learn about everything that Club SciKidz kind of incorporates, or at least on a 30,000 foot view. So thank you so much for all of it, my friend. I'm excited for the future.
Well, I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to be here. This has been a great format, and I thank you. And we hope that some of you out there will give us a call and learn some more about Club SciKidz.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. It's gonna be a good future for. I'm excited for the next coming years with Club SciKidz. Bob, I wish you all the best, my friend, and everyone watching. Until next time, this is Jared with Fran Opps. We'll see y'all later.